Once upon a time, in a cozy little cottage nestled at the edge of a great, green forest, lived a curious girl named Lily. Lily had bright, wondering eyes and a heart full of questions. She loved exploring, and her favorite place in the whole world was her grandma's attic, a dusty treasure chest of forgotten things and untold stories. One sunny afternoon, while sifting through old chests, Lily's fingers brushed against a small, wooden box. Inside, resting on a bed of velvet, was a compass unlike any she had ever seen. It wasn't made of brass or steel, but of smooth, dark wood that seemed to hum with a secret energy. The needle didn't point north, south, east, or west. Instead, etched in glowing letters, it pointed to a single word: adventure. Lily's heart did a little flip-flop of excitement. An adventure compass, she clipped it to her belt, packed a small bag with an apple and a water bottle, and stepped outside. The needle spun for a moment and then pointed steadily towards the Whispering Woods, a forest known for its ancient trees and mysterious sounds. With a determined smile, Lily followed the compass, ready for whatever lay ahead. The deeper she walked into the woods, the more magical everything became. The sunlight filtered through the leaves in shimmering patterns, and the air smelled of damp earth and sweet blossoms. The trees were so tall their tops seemed to touch the sky, and they whispered secrets to each other as the wind rustled their leaves. Suddenly, a flash of color zipped past her ear. It was a hummingbird, but not just any hummingbird. This one shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow, its wings beating so fast they were a blur. It hovered right in front of her face, and instead of a chirp, it made a sound like a tiny, tinkling bell. As it chimed, Lily noticed something amazing. The compass needle wasn't just pointing to the woods anymore. It was pointing directly at the tiny, vibrant bird. Lily giggled. "Are you my adventure?" she asked. The hummingbird chimed again, a series of bright, happy notes, and then darted ahead, looking back as if to say, "Follow me." Lily decided to call him Flicker, because of the way his colors flickered and changed in the light. Together, they ventured further into the heart of the Whispering Woods. Flicker would fly ahead, his bell-like chimes echoing through the trees, and Lily would follow, her magical compass always confirming they were on the right path. Soon, they came to a clearing where three enormous, ancient oak trees stood in a circle. Their bark was gnarled and looked like the wise, wrinkled faces of old men. As Lily and Flicker approached, a deep, rumbling voice echoed from the trees. "To pass this way, a riddle you must solve. What has roots that no one sees, is taller than the trees, and yet it never grows?" Lily put her finger on her chin and thought hard. Taller than trees, with roots no one sees, it couldn't be a plant. She looked up at the sky, at the towering trees, and then it hit her, a mountain, she shouted. A gentle rustling sound, like quiet laughter, swept through the leaves. The branches of the ancient oaks slowly lifted, clearing a path for them. Flicker chimed a triumphant tune, and they continued their journey. Their next challenge was a wide, sparkling river that blocked their way. The water flowed too quickly to swim across. Lily looked around for a bridge, but there was none. She sat down by the riverbank, feeling a little discouraged. Flicker hovered beside her, nudging her hand with his tiny beak and chiming a soft, soothing melody. As she looked into the clear water, Lily saw something moving. It wasn't a fish, it was a turtle, and then another, and another. These turtles had shells that glowed with a soft, golden light. They swam towards her and arranged themselves in a perfect line, creating a living, glowing bridge across the river. Lily gasped in wonder. "You're helping me cross?" she asked them. The lead turtle blinked its old, wise eyes. Carefully, Lily stepped onto the first turtle's back, then the next, and the next. Their shells were warm and sturdy beneath her feet. Flicker zipped back and forth above her, his chimes like a musical guide. When she reached the other side, she turned back and waved. "Thank you," she called out. The turtles blinked once more before dipping beneath the water and disappearing. Lily and Flicker traveled on, the woods growing even more enchanted. The flowers glowed with their own inner light, and mushrooms grew in spiral patterns on the forest floor. The compass needle continued to point straight ahead, its glow getting warmer and brighter with every step. Finally, they arrived at a hidden glade. In the center of the glade was a small, crystal-clear pond, and all around it grew the most beautiful flowers Lily had ever seen. They pulsed with a gentle, colorful light, and the air was filled with a sweet, peaceful fragrance. The compass needle spun in a happy circle, its light filling the entire glade. It seemed to have found what it was looking for. Lily looked around. There was no treasure chest, no hidden castle, no grand prize. There was just the quiet beauty of the glade, the sparkling water, and Flicker, who was now dipping his beak into the pond, his rainbow colors reflecting on the surface. She sat down at the water's edge, and as she watched Flicker play, she realized something. The adventure wasn't about finding a thing. The adventure was the journey itself. It was the thrill of following the compass, the cleverness of solving the riddle, the wonder of crossing the turtle bridge, and most of all, the joy of making a new friend. She scooped some of the cool, clear water into her hands. It sparkled like liquid diamonds. She looked at Flicker, who was now resting on her shoulder, his little body warm against her cheek. He chimed a soft, contented tune. The compass pointed to adventure. Lily whispered to him, "And it led me to you, and to all this magic." She understood now. The greatest treasures weren't gold or jewels, but friendship, courage, and the magic hidden all around us in nature, just waiting to be discovered. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, Lily knew it was time to head home. She held out her compass, and this time, the needle pointed towards a new word, home. With Flicker guiding her, they retraced their steps. The woods seemed to wish them farewell, the leaves whispering a soft goodbye. When she reached the edge of the forest, Flicker hovered in front of her one last time. He gave a series of chimes that sounded like "see you again soon," and then, with a final flash of rainbow color, he was gone. Lily walked back to her cottage, her heart full and glowing, just like the magical compass she held in her hand. She knew this was just the first of many adventures. After all, when you have a friend like Flicker and a heart open to wonder, the world is full of magical paths to explore. And every single one starts with a single step into the unknown. Thank you for joining Lily on her magical journey today. If you loved this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures. See you next time.